Okay, now one more. True teachings, true master, true sound, true path. And this is what I've been singing here in the last year, a year and a half. There's 4 basic types of paths that there's tens of thousands of paths. The majority of them you've never heard of. They've come and gone in yugas past. Beautiful religions in the Lemurian and Atlantean races. Beautiful religions and paths back to God. They've just buried and gone. We've never heard of them. But they existed. There's tens of thousands of paths that claim to have the true way back to God. Of all of these paths, you can bring them down into 4 broad, general descriptions. And the first one is knowledge. The second one is discipline or yoga. The third one is action or karma. And the fourth one is bhakti or love and devotion. If you use knowledge, if you embrace a path that deals with knowledge as being the divine manifestation, the highest attribute of the Lord, knowledge comes from the mind. So you're not going to get past the mental body, and you're not going to get past the mental plane in tricuti if you use knowledge. The highest divine knowledge is cosmic consciousness, and this is when your highest mind becomes enlightened, and they call that cosmic consciousness. But the recipient of that consciousness is your highest mind. There's a term for it, nidmanas, but you don't have to know that stuff. But that's knowledge only takes you to your highest mind, okay? In the master of light and sound's eyes, this is totally unacceptable. We're going for bust. We're going for the grand prize. And here's self-realization. Here's God realization right here. If you only get up to here, it's great for your mind, but you still have to reincarnate back down here. You can't rid yourself of your karmic skein or tablet. You still haven't experienced self-realization. You don't even know who you are, and you don't know who God is. That's where knowledge will take you. Discipline or yoga. There are so many branches of yoga. Hatha yoga, Laya yoga, Bhakti yoga is completely different than the Bhakti path. There are so many yogas and disciplines, but they all deal with a particular chakra. And they specialize in drawing your attention and allowing your attention to merge with the energies of the particular chakra. Now, there's six chakras here. There are 6 chakras in every body. 6. These 2 are tricuti. There's 6 in here. Yogas deal with picking one of the particular chakras in one of these 3 bodies and centering your attention on that and merging with that chakra. Hardcore discipline. Okay, well and fine. These people are to be admired. They usually shun the world. They usually close themselves up in the hut and try and focus and concentrate and enter samadhi and nirvikalpa and sabaikalpa. And okay, fine, good job. But who wants cosmic consciousness? Don't you want to know who you are? Self-realization. That's the whole point of a light and sound path. Self-realization. And once you get self-realization, you're going to be so blown out by what you are and never even knew you were this. But you're going to be so blown out that you're going to want to know what essence feeds me. What does my soul live on? What's the bread of life? Well, it's the spirit. Here's Daswandwara, here's self-realization. What feeds the soul is the pure spiritual essence right here. And then when you get here and you've had spiritual realization, you say, my God, what is the source of this spirit? I need to know. And that's where we come up here and experience God realization and then begin to have an inkling of this one and the nameless Lord called Anami Paresh. If you use karma and action, where you're going to try and become karmaless based on action that is nay karma or no karma at all, then you basically stay trapped in the realm of action, which is the physical body and the physical plane. And just the desire to get rid of your karma through action creates more karma, because just the thought and the feeling of wanting to eliminate your karma creates more karma, cause and effect. And so through the paths of karma, like karma yoga, you can never really shed all your karma. And until you shed your karma, you can't enter self-realization and God realization. The last path is the bhakti path. This is love and devotion. This has been proven by the masters to be the most efficacious, the most practical, the most expedient path back to self and God realization, because it deals with love and devotion. Why is it so expedient? Because Anami, the Supreme Lord, is nothing but love. It's all love. Not the love down here that I referenced in the romantic novel. Divine love. The love of the soul for its Lord. Very, very transcendental. Very, very, very pure. And love and devotion is the most crucial component of this ultimate teaching that I've thrown out to you. The true path is the bhakti approach to the divine, and love and devotion is so superior to all the rest. And you say, Gary, why is that so? And I would say, from my point of view, the reason why it's so effective is the other paths, their disciple, their devotee is their mind. Path of knowledge, the mind is the disciple. If you're going to approach spirituality through your mind, you're greatly limited. Bhakti approaches the spiritual path through your soul. And the soul inherently and innately loves the Lord, its source, and the love you try and transcend your own mind, and your bhakti and love is directed to the true master and the true sound. And in this way, you transcend your mind and ego. Now, that's the 4 basic components of the ultimate path. Any newbies, any new seekers, if you're searching for truth, if you're searching for the way to get back home, if you're trying to find your source, I highly recommend you get these 4 components in whatever path you embrace. When you investigate a path, make sure you got the true teachings, make sure you got a true master. It's hard to tell. I could be giving you a BS job right now, and how are you supposed to know? Well, personal experience. A true master is going to give you experiences to help you over that hurdle. True sound and true path. I would highly recommend, you don't have to, but that you use these 4 components to meter out and judge whether or not you are embracing a pure path. That's critical. Master Path contains these 4 categories. Okay.